Welcome back to our channel, guys. It is
Kat
and Kay, and we are here to share abundance. I'm here to tell you the story on how I won the lottery. What was it, last week?
last week.
Yeah, last
I don't know
week.
what date, but it was a week ago.
Yeah, it was a week ago. So let's get into it because this is a good one. And this kind of ties into our last video that we did about meditating and stuff like that. So
Crazy. We watched that. We talked about meditating and the power of attracting and opening your heart, and then
and that we all are inherently abundant.
yes, and then a couple days later, she won the lotto.
Yeah, a couple days later, I won the lotto.
Crazy.
And my girl sold
Yeah.
like 6 cars that week. That week, you know, it's just
like end of the month strong.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, this works.
it's just been abundance all around, and it really has to do with just like the mindset, also visualization, also opening your heart, also being in the feeling state of already having it,
Yeah.
even when you don't have it.
Yes, that's important.
So let me take you back to like a month ago. So I feel like it was like July 27th, maybe July. Anyways, at the end of
very
July.
specific for you.
Yeah, because I think that was like the day that I started meditating. So about a month ago, a little over a month now, because it just ran into September, I started meditating because I'm trying to call some things into my life. I want to open up my heart more, be more loving, be more kind, be more compassionate, understanding, all those good attributes.
Working on it.
Yes, because I was becoming more aware of my thoughts, and I was like, there's some things I definitely want to change. So I started meditating, and Kat and I have been talking about winning the lottery for over 2 years now.
Yeah, over 2 years.
Over 2 years.
But not just talking about it. We've meditated before.
Yeah, we were meditating consistently before about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And then we kind of just like fell off because life took turns, and you know, we just stopped doing that. But I recommitted. I was like, we're gonna win the lottery. I am in a place right now where, you know, I'm just focusing on my business. I quit my job a year ago. Kat just recently went back to work. So it's just like, it's been a lot of shifts over the past year.
Yeah.
Between the both of us.
Yeah.
And I'm like, babe, we're gonna win the lottery.
Yes.
Like, this is it. This is it, because I could feel it. So started meditating. Boom. And then we're also trying to call in some other things in our life too. So like, you know, it wasn't just the purpose of, you know, starting meditation and starting to change these things in ourselves wasn't to win the lottery, but that's just,
It's not just to win the lottery.
yeah, that's just like one of the things that we're calling into our life, right?
Yeah.
So boom, start meditating. Then finally, probably like a couple weeks in, when I'm meditating, Kat starts meditating. I convince her to, you know, start meditating with me so that it's more powerful, because we were doing
me.
yeah.
It felt good, so I was like, let's do it.
Well, I tried to convince her.
Yeah. And I wasn't ready at that point, but then once I did it was
Yeah, we kind of talked about that in our last video.
Oh yeah, you have to watch it.
Yeah. So, you know, but then I convinced her to let's meditate together, because she was actually meditating by herself in the mornings, and then I was doing it when I woke up. I woke up at a later time.
Yeah.
So I'm like, listen, I'll wake up early in the morning, like, so we can meditate together.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's just been way more powerful in my opinion. So we start meditating. I'm visualizing, like, I'm in the feeling state. I'm visualizing us winning that lottery, holding that ticket, taking care of our family, helping our community, like all those things that you know we want. Once we win, I'm in that feeling of it. Like this is how I'm living out my life daily, with other things, like, you know. But we're focused on the lottery right here, so that's what I'm talking about. Also, I'm opening up my heart, you know, and just, you know,
that's changing. Where it starts.
Yeah, just changing certain attributes about myself, you know. Letting go of limiting beliefs, you know, and just all that stuff, right? So, the day of the lottery, that I won the lottery last week, what was I doing?
You were running errands.
I was driving, right?
Yeah.
I was driving, and there's this channel on YouTube that I follow, and it's about like people who win the lottery, and they all share their success stories, and like a lot of them on there intentionally manifest it, right? Yeah. I was watching this one lady, and she was talking about how she won the jackpot in the casino. And I was going to turn it off because I'm like, the jackpot and the casino, like the casino doesn't really resonate with me. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just hear her out. Mind you, I'm watching this and I'm already feeling like, I gotta play today. Like, I don't know, I'm just feeling like, I'm feeling it. Like, I'm really feeling like, today's the day I'm gonna win something, right?
That's amazing.
And we've been actively playing, right? We've been actively playing. So I'm watching her story. She's telling us, the viewers, how she did this meditation before she went into the casino, and she visualized herself, you know, winning that. She won like 125,000 or something like that. She visualized herself, and then she literally won it like a little bit after that. So I'm like, you know what? Let me throw this meditation on real quick. While I was driving, I was doing the meditation. I pulled up to the store because I got like a download, like a message that I don't know how it works, but I just got like a message that came to me to go to my grocery store that I shop at, you know, every now and then. So it was like, go there. So I was driving there, pulled in there. I finished the meditation in the parking lot in my car. And then I went in, I bought a ticket. It's a ticket that I usually play too. It was a $10 ticket. And that day I had got tipped $10 from our business. So I was like, you know what, that $10 that I got tipped today, I'm gonna take that $10 and I'm gonna put it towards the lottery. I was like, I'm not gonna spend anything more than that. Like, that's it. Put the $10 in, go out to my car. I called Catherine because I don't know, I felt it. Like, before I even scratched it, I called her. She didn't pick up.
And I was working.
Yeah.
I called you after you were done.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, I guess it's meant for me to scratch alone, right?
Yeah.
So I'm scratching it, get all my like numbers and stuff off. So I'm like, all right. Scratch the first one, not a matching number. Scratch the second one. It's a symbol on the card, and the game was like, if you get this symbol, you win all 15 prizes that are underneath each number. So I'm like, I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh my God, it's the symbol. It's the symbol. I'm like, oh my God. So I started scratching off just to see all the prices. I'm like, wait, I counted it. I'm like, wait, is there 15? Like, is this right? So I counted, I was like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There was 15 things that I had scratched off. I'm like, oh my God, I win all the prizes under these numbers. So I'm scratching, I see 50, 50, 100, 100, 100, 50, 100, 50, 100, 100. So I'm like screaming, I'm like, oh my God!
You're probably screaming. Every time you scratch, you were probably screaming.
I was silent like while I was scratching because my heart was I was just waiting, because in my head, I was having this number of like 100, like 150,000 for some reason.
Yeah.
And so I'm like thinking that that's gonna come on, like, oh my God, 150,000 is coming, like. So I'm like, oh my God, this is fucking insane.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it wasn't too insane because when I had the feeling, like I knew it was gonna happen. So I'm scratching everything off. I don't even add everything up. Kat calls me. You called me back, right?
I did call you back.
Catherine calls me back.
So you haven't had it, at this point you haven't added it up yet.
I haven't added it up.
That's when I called you.
Yeah.
And
she calls me and I'm like, oh my fucking God. I was like, babe, we won. She's like, what? I'm like, we won the fucking
she's just screaming the whole
lottery.
time, like, oh my God. I was like, is she kidding right now? Like, is she playing?
I was like, yo, we won the fucking lottery. Like, she's like,
I was like, how much?
She was like, how much? How much? I was like, I don't know. I was like, at least a couple hundred, because I'm seeing like hundreds, 50s. I was so excited. I thought it was probably like around like $500. I didn't do the math because I was just so excited that she called me in the moment before I got to add everything up. So I'm like, hold on, let me add it up. And then I'm like adding it up on my phone and stuff real quick. $1,000. I'm like, we won $1,000.
I was like, what?
She was like, she's like, are you serious? I'm like, we won $1,000, babe.
Yeah.
I'm like, and I started telling her how like I manifested it and like how I was like in the feeling and I knew it was gonna happen. And like she was like, she was just like blown away. And I was
actually, this is probably relevant, but I was actually driving when you called. I wasn't at work.
Okay. Yeah, because that's on the deliveries. Yeah, I was like, wait, were you at work?
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah. Anyways.
It's okay. We were working with the business.
We were working,
so,
yeah.
So yeah, I won $1,000 just like that.
Yeah.
And you know, obviously we've been putting it out in the universe that we want to win like the jackpot, you know, the big prize. But I was so fucking grateful for that $1,000 because not only like for the money itself, but just because I knew how it just reinstilled in me the beliefs that I'm working on how powerful we actually are and how we can really call these things into our life if we just use our imagination a little bit, if we just open up our hearts, if we just like really feel it, if we realize that we already have this abundance within us. We have to find it within us before, you know, it materializes in the physical world, because it's already there. You already have everything you already want or need.
Yeah.
Or you're already
that.
it.
Yeah.
And it just made me like, wow, I was like, yo, this shit is so real.
Yeah.
Like, this is so real. And it just like
solidified everything you already knew.
Yeah, it just like solidified that belief like even more. And like, I'm like, yo, I just won $1,000. I could win $100,000. I could win 1.4 billion.
It made you believe
7 billion. Not only that, it just made me know that everything else that I am calling into my life, everything else that I'm, intentionally trying to manifest is coming. And that's the thing. It's just like you can't put a time on it. Like everything's not just gonna fall into your lap overnight. Like,
it can never, depending on what it is.
Yeah, everything though that you want in the world is not just gonna fall into your lap overnight. Like you have, with the way that we're programmed, like a lot of people are programmed, you have to shift a lot of beliefs.
Exactly, and that can take time.
Unless you just surrender to everything, and then actually at that point nothing even matters for real.
Well, that's another conversation.
Yeah. So I just wanted to share that with you guys because I just felt like, maybe you guys can use this as a little bit of motivation or like encouragement to, just never stop believing in yourself, never stop believing in the power that's within you, and just know that anything is possible. Like anything that you put your mind to, my hat's been crooked this whole time, anything you put your mind to can literally happen. If you can imagine it, it's possible.
It already exists.
It does exist. Then everything can fall into your lap overnight then, huh?
You have to believe that then.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you said. Depending on how far deep you are in your beliefs, that's how long it's going to take for you to get out of it probably, and that's when things will start coming. Yeah. But yeah, like this is useful. This technique is useful for anything in your life though.
Yeah.
So whether it's not just a lotto, it's just like you want to open your heart more, you want more, have a better relationship with your partner or with your siblings or your parents, or you have a better
want a new career,
or make more sales. I don't know, anything.
This is how I manifested Catherine into my life. Like I literally knew that the last relationship that I was in before her, I literally knew that there was a lot of things about myself that I had to change. And I really started loving myself, and I really started reconnecting back to myself. And when I did that, I called in the love of my life. Seriously. I also wrote down on a piece of paper. I told her this before too.
Yeah.
I wrote down, all right, in like a circle, I wrote woman, because that's what I was trying to attract. And then like you kind of like use the web like you used to do in school, like for like when you're gonna write a story, like the paragraph. I wrote down all the attributes that I wanted in this woman that I was trying to bring in. So, it was beauty, intelligence, great listener, health, like she was gonna be interested in health. She loved nature. Bro, all that shit, it's right here in this package right here. And I carried that piece of paper around in my pocket with me for a couple weeks, and then I just let it go. But I was actively.
That's insane.
Yeah, no, that's not insane.
And but that's the thing. You were.
Yeah.
Were you actively? I know you were trying to Were you actually manifesting, or you?
I was manifesting.
Did you understand it to where
I knew about manifestation then. I was just basically learning about it, and that technique I specifically seen from somebody that I was learning from, the guy on YouTube. I can't remember. He was older, like spiritual teacher and manifestation coach, whatever the case may be. So I got that technique from him. I was just, that. At that time, when I got out of that relationship, that was in 2019, I kind of just started my spiritual journey, or self-awareness, journey, whatever you want to call it. So I started learning these things. That was intentional.
Okay.
But also just knowing that you have to become what you want. You don't get, you don't get what you want, you get what you are. Mm-hmm. So I had to become that before I could receive that, because everything is a reflection.
Everything's a reflection.
Yeah. So I really just,
it works for anything.
Yeah.
Literally. I also didn't mention diseases too, but go ahead.
Yeah, health conditions, everything. And we'll share more as we go along on, because we are calling in other things. So we're gonna share more on topics like this when everything comes to fruition. But this is just one thing that, and then yesterday I won the lottery twice. It was smaller amounts, but I knew it. I had that feeling again.
Yeah.
And I bought the ticket, and I knew where to go. It was just, everything was aligned, and I knew it. I felt it. I was like, I'm gonna win. And then I seen a guy in the store with a lottery ticket in the back of his pocket, because I was like, am I getting addicted? There was like a thought that snuck in, like, am I getting addicted to this, or am I just acting on my highest excitement? And there was a guy walking in front of me with a lottery ticket facing in the back of his pocket, in his back pocket. And I was like, that's a sign right there. That's a confirmation for me to play. It's like, you know, don't let those little like beliefs, doubts come in, because you know, it could get in the way of a blessing.
Yeah.
And I didn't. I was like, no, I'm not addicted to this. Like,
plus you weren't using money or spending more than what you had to do it. So you have to be mindful. But that was just extra money that you were, because she keeps winning.
I keep winning.
Yeah, a couple dollars here, a couple dollars there. I won a couple times. So we've been using that money to buy more. So it's not like we're using a whole bunch of money that we don't have or something.
Yeah. So it's just important to, like, when you're playing the lottery, just like, you know, play within your means.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Yeah.
Don't play from a place of lack, like, oh, I need money, or I don't have any money. Let me go try to win, you know, the lottery, which is not a bad thing necessarily. But if you're coming from a place of lack, then the energy's not really matching up. You want to be in a place where you already feel it, like, yeah, I already got this. This is within me, like.
You're open to receive. It's like you've opened it up to receive it.
Yeah. What other advice would you give? Don't play from a place of lack. Have fun, play within your means, act on your highest excitement. And that goes for anything in life. Just keep acting on your highest excitement in any moment. And that's how, you know, these things keep on aligning for you.
Yeah, exactly. Things keep aligning and things work out for you because you are authentically yourself during these things, and you're going to attract things that align with you. So, acting out on your highest excitement is definitely a big one for anything in life.
I literally, look, I have the paper right here. Look at this. So I have the paper like here on this board right here. This is kind of like our little like motivation board or whatever. So yeah, that's kind of like our motivation board right now. We just have it up there as a reminder. And then the check that Kat got from her job that day when she sold like 4 cars in like 4 days or whatever. So like 6 cars in 4 days or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, 6 cars in 4 days, yes.
And it was just like an energy shift within her, you know, with us intentionally manifesting these things, with us opening up our hearts and like
and letting things go, and letting stress get to me. I was just open, not expecting, and like not taking things personally. That really helped.
Yeah. So I don't know, this is kind of like the end of the video, I guess. We just wanted to share this. I know it was mostly me talking today because you know, I won the lottery, and I just wanted to put this out here for you guys for like encouragement, motivation, maybe just like to help you, you know, shift your mindset. You have to be in the place of abundance already. You have to be in the place of love already. You have to be in the place of gratitude already. When you're grateful, gratitude brings forth more to be grateful for. You know, when you're more loving, you're gonna receive more love. When you're open, you're gonna receive. When you're willing, you're going to receive. It's all going to come. So it's just like, be what you want to attract, and it will come slowly but surely. It's gonna start coming in. That's gonna feel like a flood, because that's how powerful you are. Like, literally.
That's so true.
And one more thing, guys, we already recommended this in our last video, but if you need a place to start with this audiobook. It's free online. It's called Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza. It's going to tell you all the science behind everything that we're talking about. If you're kind of skeptical about manifesting, those could sound like woo-hoo words or whatever, or it could push people away, you know. This is just how reality works. It's quantum physics, right? So if you...
It's raining, by the way.
Yeah.
It's really hard, so that's what it is.
So if you want to make a change in your life, or if you just want to bring stuff in, or you just want to see what is this all about that we're talking about, start with that book right there. I'm telling you, it is going to guide you in the right direction. And a lot of things in that book are dealing with like physical, like health conditions where people are healing themselves, but the rules apply across the board. Across the whole board. So we hope we left you with some good information for today, guys. You know, go play the lottery within your means. Good luck. We'll see you next week for another video. Peace. Don't forget to check out that book, yo. Check out the book. I promise it's life changing.
Yep.
All right. Love you guys. Peace.